This to our midweek technical analysis video. So jumping straight into things here, keeping things short, sweet and simple. This is where the market closed. We established this area that's marked with this green rectangle as our point of control, this level here as our value area high, and this area here as our value area low. And you can see that market ended up opening up, coming down to test one of our points of interest at around 4,060. From there, price tested it a couple times before we then saw that break, and then our retest indicating to us that price was going to continue bearish as we have swept lower resting liquidity below this level here. We also had that break of structure, and then we also had that retest. So a nice short position that we could have entered in would have been something like that. That's a long position, sorry, a short position, something like this. Enter off of that, set it above your high, and then target the next point of interest. Nice sort of 1 to 3 restore rewards. So nice little opportunity there. And then continuing on bearish, price continued to push down further and further, breaking through this next point of interest, sweeping this resting low, this resting liquidity and this resting liquidity. Price ended up finding support on one of our next point of interests at around 3,980, and then from there we saw that break of structure and price pushed all the way down to this level here, which what we will do now is we will mark this level in as something to take into consideration moving on in the future. From there then on Tuesday at the beginning sort of our London session, volume picked up, and since then we have been creating higher highs and higher lows with the price, with gold's price currently testing at this level here. You can see that price is finding some sort of support at this level, some sort of resistance at this level as price is rejecting off. And you can also see now, if I go ahead and grab the right color just so you can see that we've saw a bullish engulfing candlestick. So this being our A candlestick, B candlestick, C candlestick, our initial candlestick, our engulfing candlestick, and then our entry candlestick. So theoretically, if you was to base a trade off of a candlestick pattern, you take a short, set it above the most highest point, so roughly there, and then target your next point of interest, so something like that. But obviously it's a risky move as you are basing it off of one point of interest, one confirmation. However, let's go ahead and have a look at what we could expect for the rest of this week / today. So obviously we can see that price is finding some sort of resistance at this level, and if price stays true to the current price action that we are seeing, we're going to expect price to continue on bearish from this level. There's a couple points that price could end up finding support at, and the first level will be this level of 3,980, and the next level would be 3,943.44, give or take. Obviously, if any of these levels fail, for example, if we see price come down to this level, which is going to be the main area that we're looking for, because the reason why this level is going to be the most important out of these few levels to hold price up as a support is you can see that we have this common area of support and resistance, and we've also seen we saw these tests of support multiple times on this same level. So if we are going to see price hold up as support, it will be on this level, especially as the most recent high prior to this is here. So it will be nice to see sort of that break and then that retest with price creating a the next higher low on this level and then pushing up from here, perhaps somewhere around this level here. But we could potentially see price move into this point of control at some point this week too. But as things go up, things must come down. So there definitely is going to be that opportunity or that possibility that price fails at this level of support, or this point of interest continues on down. Obviously, if we see this level tested as a support, we're going to expect price to return back to this level, and then so on and so forth. If price breaks through this, we're going to expect price to push down to here. And then obviously if price sweeps this level completely, we're going to expect price to push even further, perhaps around this consolidation or potentially this or this consolidation here too. So yeah, really interesting. Obviously the low that was created on this level that we didn't actually have marked in, we did technically have it marked in. It was a resistance for these 2 points here. So you can see that price has actually come back down to test previous resistance as support, indicating to us that it is a significant level that we want to possibly look at, being that lowest point of gold before we see price go on to create a new all-time high. But obviously if we are going to see price create a new all-time high, we're going to need a lot of volume, as from where we are now to where the most recent all-time high was, we need to see at least a 3,000 sort of 600 pip move. So a lot of wiggle room for gold to go if we are going to see a new all-time high. But the only thing that we can do right now is focus on where price currently is, and that is trading at around 4,015. Now I will say this to conclude our midweek technical analysis. If we see price trading above 4,000, we will accept and we will say that price is going to continue on bullish. If we see price trading below that level of 4,000, then we're going to expect that price is going to continue bearish. If price is testing sort of 4,020 to sort of 3,080 constantly, so that would look something like these two levels here. If we see price sort of moving like this, we're just going to expect consolidation until we see one of these points of interest broken through, either this level here or on our top side, it will be this level here, which was our value area low from last week when we established this value area high, POC, and value area low. So they're the sort of levels that we're going to be looking at. They're the possible scenarios that could take place. As of right now, the main area to focus on is this level around 4,005. If we see price break below that level, we're going to look at the level of 3,980 to hold price as support. If that level fails, it's most likely that price will continue on bearish. Perhaps go into sweep liquidity that's resting below this low here. I'll just sort of mark that in here, so we could see price push all the way down to that level, sweep liquidity, and then push up. But with that being said, of course, there's a lot of possibility for a bullish move to happen. So yeah, but as always, I hope you've all enjoyed this midweek technical analysis video. I know it's short, I know it's sweet, but it's not our post-week market review, as you know. And if you have been enjoying our post-week market reviews, I hope you have. But we dive into literally everything that's happened within the market. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff there. But yeah, I hope you have all enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in that next post-week market review. Peace.